Классика. Сложно. За кого начать? Let's go! Блядь. Ну кто знал, что ящеры, блядь, с людьми не контачат?
So, still a bit groggy, are we? Don't worry. The sedative easy now. No need to hurry. Get your bearings.
What a way to wake. Wooden boards and iron shack. A subpar cranium, that? Human. No wonder. Ugh. Well, that explains the smell.
Так, с животными разговаривать не
Did you
умею.
expect a needle?
Бабки берем. Блять, а где-то ключ, я помню, был здесь.
Rubbish.
Так, воруем все, ну. Понял. Игру в ОБС именно сделать потише. Не, ну я ему, наверное, в игре сделать потише, потому что она у меня тоже громкая. О, вот так 56, на. Да.
The Magister Guard snorts and sniffles as he...
Закричать нахуй на страшно.
Wait, you're no Magister. You're a sorcerer. What are you doing here, filthy red scale? Choose your words carefully, my fist. Ugh, and it's about time too. Can't just leave the prisoner alone though. I heard he might be the one causing trouble upstairs. If it's all the same, I think it's best he comes with me.
Блять, я им в прошлый раз обоим пизды дал. Блять.
Hurry it up, sorcerer. We haven't got all day.
О, они дерутся.
A dead Magister. Somebody will have to take the blame for this, and it won't be me.
Хуеть, он еще и мне въебал. Что, его бесконечно забить? Мне маны не хватает.
Into the dark with you.
Блять, ничего нет, нахуй его пиздил. Вот, свиток телепортации, наверное. Ну, почти. Ну, это вот что? Оп, ключ. А, ну арили бы, если бы он бы ушел бы, ебать, как я бы ключ нашел, ну?
Empty.
бочка с ядом, да? Я в ту комнату в прошлый раз нахуй не попал, я не знаю, как туда попасть. Блять, я еще отравился, ёбаный в рот. Так, все, отхилились, пошли на. Ты знаешь, Сергей, как в ту комнату попасть на? Так, лутай. Лутай, ну.
Junk. Empty.
Череп берем. Крышка надо, нахуй. Блять, я тогда эту хуйню собирал. Блять.
Why, you're looking a bit more chipper. Yes, looks like that collar. There you are. Not too tight, I hope. The collar, I mean. Oh, not to worry. Every dog has to get... In the meantime, your next stop will be Magister William. All passengers have to be registered in the ship's map. You'll find him on the other side of this deck, in the officers' quarters. Why? Because we're at sea, of course, and have been for...
Index fingers pressed to her lips. She pauses a moment.
My word. You do seem a bit befuddled, don't you? Oh, well, I'm sure you'll soon gather your wits. Most likely. Eventually. A new life awaits, and if you're a particularly good boy, perhaps a cure as well. And is he? Oh, well. Some problems simply sort themselves, don't they?
She frowns and peers at you closely, resting the back...
Delusions such as these are rare, but not unheard of. I recommend a... Why, for my peace of mind, of course. Why don't you try casting one of those source spells of yours? See what happens.
Currents of magic surge inside you, boiling, bursting, then breaking, only to fade...
My, look at the concentration on your face. There you have it. See? The collar's function. For your own peace of mind, of course. You...
Блять, какой-то ошейник, который мне не дает какие-то чары, ебать. Какие?
There's been a
О,
murder here.
убийство. А я следователь, нахуй. Ты? В смысле, это не твое? Это мое. Блять.
Ugly sight, isn't it? Burns me up this happened under our protection. We're extremely lucky no Voidwalk followed the...
She looks up at you with a mirthless smile.
I was on duty in your room when the murder happened. You're one of the only indisputably innocent people on the ship. Unless you can commit murder in your sleep, of course.
Так, я
I
ещё-
thought as much. Listen, I could use someone to keep their ears open among the passengers. Sometimes they clam up in front of a
О, это
uniform.
квест, ебать.
Bring me a good lead, and I'll throw in a shiny gold coin for you. How about that? Thanks. I just want to catch whoever did this.
Так, а чё я полутать-то все равно не могу его? Бля, хуёво.
Yes, this is a rare kind of
Пойду
magic.
узнавать нам.
I'll need to write to headquarters right away.
Behind the Magister, a bloodied mass lies in a heap. Gore and limbs lie at odd angles. You can't make out a face amid the mess.
There's been a murder. A sorcerer was killed by one of your own. Lucky you were busy getting... Waters is investigating. She'll figure out who did it. Always does. Aren't you enterprising? I'll let... Go ahead.
Так.
A young Magister stands pale and silent. Her knuckles whiten around.
Так, ну я пошел куда узнавать нам. Стоп! А типа игра меняется тут все это время или как? У меня же уже в этот момент вроде корабль нахуй тонул. Так, ты убийца нахуй. Надо спросить.
An elf sits tucked away in a dark spot, lazily rolling dice onto the surface.
Snake eyes.
She chuckles.
I bet that's just what they'll look like.
She shakes her head.
Game for one, I'm afraid. Rolling dice. Deciding fates. Don't worry, honey. It isn't yours.
She looks you up and down with the merest hint of a coy smile.
Never say never, though.
She smiles contemptuously.
Just a kitten in a corner, aren't...
Ну, сука.
A
Так,
broad
гном
dwarf
убийца.
sits totally upright on the bench, eyes closed, palms face up on his knees. His beard, he raises an eyebrow as you approach, but doesn't open.
Listen up, boy. You hear that?
His eyes snap open. He looks at you and frowns.
Murder? I wouldn't know anything about it. I kill a man. He knows who done it.
His eyes flutter shut, and he is...
Whether they catch me is another matter. But I ain't one to hide my... The ship, of course.
A wave of sound washes over you. The unintelligible chatter of your shipmates, the groaning of wood from floor to ceiling, the boom, crash, and crackle of...
And?
The fellow cocks his ear, listening.
That isn't anger. It's...
He cocks his ear to the other side, then...
anticipation. She senses something. That's all you hear, though. Listen close. There now, just like that.
Squeak!
Aha!
His eyes snap open as his countenance breaks into an expression of joy. One great paw...
There. You heard it, didn't you? I knew it. I knew it. Aye, this is good news, boy. Good news. It's the wheel. The wheel. Don't you see, you beautiful idiot? Pardon my beard. That means if we've been traveling for... Yes, only 10.34 nautical miles to Fort Joy. Captain, actually. And that figure tells me...
The dwarf leans back from the table and strokes his beard, gold medallion...
That'll be all. Thank you kindly, boy.
I'll come back to you.
The Magisters are out for blood. You saw the body, didn't you?
Ой, нихуя он мне предложил. А, вот сейчас ушел, да, наверное, охранник? Ты мне другое что-то скажешь.
They're everywhere now. The Magisters. In my hometown, you can't throw it.
Блять. О!
My prince.
Здорово.
The cook bows slightly and wipes her hands on her...
Forgive me, your highness. I didn't expect... Well, anyway, whether I had more than cornmeal and rotting roots to serve, I'd concoct some...
She nods and smiles wanly before returning to her duty.
As soon as the Inquisitor gets here, we'll hang you right over the side of this ship with it.
Чё ты
I'm
мне-
busy watching for clues, sorcerer. Go take your son.
A scruffy man lounges against the wall with scarred arms folded. A sly smile playing on his face. He's
Watch your back, new fish. There's a murderer on board.
rolling his eyes at the Magister's warning. The man named Ifan beckons again. He leans in and adjusts your collar with a sharp tug, balancing its weight so
Pinches less that way, right?
hocking a phlegmy gobbet in your general direction, the sullen Magister settles back to his task of glowering at Ifan. And now, you.
We used to know each other, more's the pity. I was his commander, many...
Standing far back from Ifan, the tight-faced Magister draws one finger across his... Ifan grins, flashing pointed white teeth.
Same as he was at 14 years old. Only difference is somebody gave him a bigger sword and now he's Johnny Big Pants. Long story. Maybe I'll tell you about it in the joy. No. The dead man, Finn, is it? I'd no business with him.
He glances over at Magister Victor, who's staring back at him with point...
Damn shame sheer annoyance isn't reason enough. The joy, I've heard a lot. Nothing good. No wonder if we'll get to meet the ringmaster himself. Not interested in the son of the divine himself. I don't blame you one bit.
What are you conspiring about over there?
Oh, don't mind him. Vic's just got a bee in his bonnet.
Name.
Ask what you must. I've nothing to hide.
Magister
Красный
Victor
принц.
looks at you suspiciously, then scrawls something illegible down in a tiny notebook.
Away with you.
Ifan performs an elaborate pantomime of keeping quiet, one finger in front of his lip.
I shall hold my
Это
head
кто убийца-то?
steady.
Этот не убивал, этот, блядь, не убивал нас.
It was one of them. I know it.
Чё это был? Кто?
Put a knuckle in it. I'm trying to concentrate.
They don't care about us. We're like cattle to them.
I'll give you that knuckle if you keep carrying on.
One of us wouldn't kill our own. They're picking us off one by one.
Can we just skip to the part where I reassure you and you shut up?
You think me mad?
Mad? Insufferable? Surely.
What are you trying to hear anyway?
I'll tell you if you can keep it quiet long enough for me to listen.
Come on, please, Losa.
That's enough now.
О, тут еще кто-то есть. О, дети. Я
You're a
дракон.
dragon.
Блять. Конечно, да, дракон.
Ah, there you are. Husband, would you please tell this very charming gaggle of not at all brat-like babes that I am by no accounts this Losa woman, nor do I sing, in fact. I'm deathly, deathly allergical. How very correct you are, spouse of mine. Madame Josephine Gribbles. What? What's so funny?
Her pinched face cracks into a great grin, and she shoots...
Yeah, okay, you found me out. Go on and get, and maybe...
She turns to you, dark-eyed and dirty-haired.
Gotta keep ourselves entertained, haven't we? You presume right. Nope, trying not to find anything out either. Ignorance is bliss. The utterer, the better. Thanks, but I already belong to an elite and exclusive ship gang. We play ball every day. You take care, though.
Suddenly, her eyes cloud to an unnatural black. Greyish veins as quickly as they came. The clouds clear.
Good luck, Chief.
Гудляк, хули, гудляк. Так, а чё еще
Do you
другие?
know Losa? She's a really good sister.
We're like cattle to them.
I'll give you that knuckle.
You're really red. I bet.
One of us wouldn't kill our own. They're picking us off one by one.
Can we just skip?
Here to register, sir. Good, good. You faring okay so far?
He tugs the collar of his uniform.
Sorry you're upset. You head on in now. Well,
Нет, я туда не пойду. О!
The elf is reading a volume of Cranley Hubert's famous encyclopedia. He reaches out, flicks a finger against one of your scales, and rubs.
Fascinating.
He sits back and returns to his book, flicking quickly from page to page, completely oblivious to your presence.
"7 years? What an infinitesimal... Oh dear. I see. You have my apologies, Liz. Perhaps I should demand the same from those red-cloaked humans. They laid their hands on me more than once. I do not believe I've been drawn anywhere. It is a quaint little... It is simultaneously too detailed and... Tell me, what do you know of our world's history? Most unusual. And if it's not too rude to suggest... No. I want to know about the Celestials. This text tells me that they created... Where did these gods come from? Who are their people? Where are the others of their kind? Of course. Now, please, run along.
No amount of pestering will get the elf to take his eyes off his book, or...
Да, не гавкай. О, шлем, ебать, берем нахуй.
Forgot how to sing. I did.
Оп, ебать. Идеально.
Right over the side of this ship with it. Keep those bubbles trained on her, and if she tries to run,
Так, я забрал?
Ask what you must. I've nothing to hide.
Seems to me you should be able to...
Так, я с тобой базарю. По 3 рубля.
So, anything interesting for me? I'll take that as a no.
Блять.
The hatch is blocked. I'll need to find another way.
Everything's spick and span. Nothing left to do, really.
I'm trying to concentrate. We're like cattle to them.
А, не хватает силы, но ебать его.
One of us wouldn't kill our own. They're picking us off one by one.
Can we just skip to the part where I reassure you and you shut up?
Bubbles trained on her.
Standing at the center of the room, you spot a sorcerer haughtily eyeing a pair of nervous-looking magisters.
So you admit it then? You murdered that poor fella?
Yes, I did. But of course, that was only the...
She turns her head and looks you straight...
There are others whose lives must end.
Good God! You there, sorcerer! Go and fetch Magister Siwan! We need to do more than collar this maniac. We need to shackle her, hands and feet.
It means your journey draws to a close. Do stick around.
She reaches for her collar and simply removes it.
I'm just about to create...
Subdue her, men, quickly! If she casts source, the Voidwoken will...
She smiles with wicked...
Precisely.
Нормально ебануло. Рыба, тарелки, вино, ебать, я уборщиком кого-то работаю, нахуй. Что у тебя есть? Лут есть? Испачканные штаны, нахуй. Обосрался, ебать. Колода карты. Картишки поиграю хоть. А что, я могу пойти к той тёлке сказать? А, ебать. Вот эту дверь откроет. Блять, нет. А, может, с той стороны? Блять, и гнома, то есть, расхуярила. Всех расхуярила. И эту хуйню, которая... Ебать, вот. Нахуй я бочку с собой какую-то взял.
The dwarf lies in a heap on the floor, his great beard twisted and tangled around him. He is stopped still. You hear a faint thud, thud, thud.
И чё? Я могу его полечить?
The dwarf lies in a heap on the floor. His The dwarf lies in a heap on the floor. The dwarf lies in a heap on the floor, his great beard twisted and tangled around him. He is stock still. You can't see if he's living or dead. You hear a faint... Ifan lies motionless, curled on the ground like an animal. Under his shaggy hair, you can see green eyes fluttering as if in a night. His eyes flicker open.
Lucian.
Ifan cries out, then his eyes fall closed.
Так, тут баба.
No, not the final dark. Not yet.
Her hand lies limp in yours.
The dice roll darkly.
The elf lies motionless.
Что-то не то, наверное, сделал. Мне теперь опять все сдохли нахуй. Ой, я теперь залутать зато смогу, да? Найс.
The Magister lies on the floor, unconscious.
Ох, ебать. И книгу я спиздил.
The Magister lies on the floor.
The hatch is blocked. I'll need to find another way.
Ой, я что, теперь вот сюда смогу попасть?
The hatch is blocked. I'll need to find another way.
Да какой другой? Другого пути нет, блядь. Оп, ебать, веревку.
The young woman lies in a heap on the floor. She's breathing, she doesn't stir.
А, ебать, вот подъем, охуеть.
God damn it! Need to get off this wreck and quick! Not long before this thing snaps into spotted blazes! Something's pounding on the hull!
The marking on the door was painted recently, judging from its pungent scent. You press your palm against the door to open it. The wood feels neither cold nor warm. The moment you touch it, it doesn't budge.
Damn! That doesn't bode well. Onwards and upwards!
Блять. Нахуй 2 бочки с водой таскаем. Первый лук на. Хуя 16 рублей.
You pass through the door and are suddenly face to face with an undead. The skeleton is quickly leafing through a volume of Cranley.
No. It catches fire. It turns into must when wet.
The skeleton looks up.
Oh, it's you. Shouldn't you be running and screaming or some such?
The skeleton groans and looks back to...
Yes, indeed. It's now if you're really quite finished. I believe you have Please, I was no more an elf than you are. I had a mask, rather ingeniously designed. A mask that was stolen by that Still, she'll drown with the rest of these fools. And I will simply pluck my mask from her cold, dead... Indeed, just as sensible as getting... I would say good day, but it seems...
The skeleton shrugs.
Вот пивасик. Оп.
The moment you touch the door groans.
My word! Something's breaking through! I can't hit more! I need to get out of here now!
Охуенно.
God damn it! Need to get off this wreck and quick! Not long before this thing snaps into splinters. Damn! That doesn't bode well. Onwards and upwards!
You pass through the door. The skeleton is...
No. It catches
The skeleton...
Oh, it's you.
The skeleton...
Yes, no, please. I must do
The skeleton...
and I will go on.
Блять, ты чё, я пока тащил, уже все потухло. Я руль кручу, интересно.
Lifeboat! That means there's still a chance!
Shut your trap, kid. Children and dwarfs first.
The dwarf yanks at one of the nearby...
You said there were other people down there.
You see those tentacles, kid? It's time for getting the hell out of here.
Fuck! There's a ladder right over
You're gonna be the death of us.
The Magister lies on the floor.
Чё, я хоть кого-нибудь разбудить смогу,
You
чтобы...
can walk, get yourself up the ladder. There's a boat. Wait! Void Wilkers! These beardless bugs won't sink the ship on my watch.
А, ну они все встали на это.
Let the games begin.
It's your maker.
I thought Voidwoken was supposed to be scary.
I've faced worse.
Да почему я-то?
I'll yield to none.
Ela ебать бутылочку выпила. Блять, я-то когда играть буду? Неужели? Ой, хочу за гранату.
No telling where there might be more. We need to move. They smell it worse than
We make a pretty good team. Oh wait, we don't have much time.
Отступаем.
I hear something. It's...
Wait! We need to wait!
В смысле, почему я упал?
There's no time.
Тут меня кто-то спас.
Well, that was a bit of a rough and tumble journey. I suppose I'm the lone survivor. Which is entirely appropriate, if you ask me. Brachus Rex. There were statues in my likeness round the ancient empire too.
The child has a small mirror in his hands.
I'm not supposed to talk to lizards. Really? Like, what kind of stories? A seven-headed snake. Can I hear it anyway?
You want me to tell the tale of Visha, but despite your best efforts, you notice that your knowledge of legends and monsters is somehow upsetting them.
Are you a sorcerer? One of those guys that brings the bad void things here?
The child screws up his face and looks at you hard.
I don't see any source on you or me. I guess they're wrong or crazy. No one cares where I go. They know I can't leave the island. It's nicer out here than inside anyway. But you didn't die. There isn't anywhere safer. You'll see. Guess I am, but it's just normal.
Voidwoken. Those are the same beasts that sank our ship. They made it to the shore.
Ну то схуяли они первые бьют, а не Яна. А, о, я. Так, я.
None. Greet the Reaper for me. I thought these bloody collars were supposed to keep those things at bay.
Чего охраняли нас? Ебать, вообще, зачем смысл вас убивать-то? О, ракушка. Нахуй я бочку с водой опять же таскаю. Ой, я вот здесь тогда с ящером познакомился, с которым я теперь играю.
A black cat. A herald of wisdom in my homeland.
Yeah.
How fortuitous.
The cat's eyes are clouded and its eyes clear, and it shakes its...
Как видите животных на? Я повелитель зверей теперь.
I've spotted something. I wonder where this leads.
As the alcove opens up, you see the same skeleton that you met on the boat. He's leaning over a corpse. Bugger.
How on earth am I...
Skeletal fingers reach down and grip the skin of the dead man's face, pulling sharply upwards. After a few more...
Damnation! That stuck fast. I wonder, does the beard act as some form of anchor? Ah! No! Oh, it's you. I must admit I'm surprised. Perhaps you're more buoyant than I suspected. Why, it's face, of course. What other... A face that seems rather stubbornly attached to... I would normally employ a tool to delicately but viciously... I could then craft a mask to hide my bone.
The skeleton grabs the corpse by the cheeks and pulls hard, grunting in frustration as the body's skin holds firm.
Because my own was stolen from me. And the eye... Oh, get away, monster! You are simple beasts. So, if I am to traverse this land, I will need a mask to disguise my features. Oh, don't be ridiculous. I cannot simply sit about waiting for the rest of you to die so I may continue my... Indeed. I may be the only eternal.
At least from this realm. As for the others... well... there is an excavation site at the Black Pit's oil fields. Perhaps there I'll find my answers.
Ah, well, that is the curious... Every one of your races resemble... Perhaps my people have... Regardless, they are not here. But I will... A cult? Hardly. I could ask you to imagine an Eternal as a creature of incredible... We studied the mysteries of the universe, but I will find them. Wherever they are, I will find them. Well, that hardly seems relevant. Several centuries, in fact. I was sealed in a tomb for daring to be curious about the world. Perhaps I should thank him. It seems I was spared whatever happened to the others. I suppose, circumstances being... You seem more at ease in this world than I. A guide would certainly be... Excellent. While we are conversing, perhaps you noticed that... Of course, the arcane arts are my little speciality. But being a brilliant wizard does not mean I cannot handle blade or bow. So, which do you require for this enterprise of yours? Ah, you seek a more subtle approach. How surprisingly civilized. Very well. What do you require? I could do that with one hand behind my spine. Now, shall we get... Splendid. Very well. Let's be off. Is it not enough that you travel with me? Go on then, bark away.
Бля, ебать, я сейчас... У нас, конечно, пати лютая, нахуй. Я кот, нахуй, ящер, ебать, и нежить, нахуй. И белочка без этой, нахуй, без кожи, нахуй. Лютая пати.
Stay back, sorcerer, and stay.
We know you've been helping sorcerers escape, Atusa. We have proof.
I'd sooner cut my tongue out than lie to you.
If you can discount me...
Atusa pinches the tip of her...
Stop! My father, the fate of Dallas.
Yes, you're...
What a waste. Come. Will be needed elsewhere.
The Lizard Magister, or what's left of her, lies in a puddle of gore.
These creatures are so prone to violence. Naturally, the weaker specimens suffer.
Что есть? Ну, граната. Чё мелко? Чё у меня вообще за задание-то?
Come on, old man. I can't wait all day.
Come on then, Lexi. Lay up.
I find only you. Help me teach this beast. He must...
Respect? Huh. Someone's got to...
An intense-looking man steps between the thug and the elf and rolls up his sleeves, revealing well-muscled and heavily scarred...
Just stand aside, won't you, mate? This...
Lone wolves decide their own business.
The thug freezes in fear for a moment.
Pay up, elf. No one shorts Griff. Especially not one of you.
Burrow looks you both up and down.
Ah, get out of here. They're both...
The elf smiles and bows to...
Follow me, before more of them try. There is a safe place.
Воровать мы ничего не собираем. Блять, я же хотел вдвоем играть. Блять, за эльфийку еще заступился. О, гав-гавить. Это моё, что ли?
Is it not enough that you travel with me? Must you speak? Go on then.
Я не хочу разговаривать.
Ah, a little reprieve from the din outside.
Ты пырнул прямо в вас, нормально.
Thank you for your help with that, thug. No doubt he turns on you next. These humans hate.
She bows.
I hear of no escapes. The only way out is through. Through the Magisters, through the... In this cave, we trust the healer. She is young, but it gives me great pain. I'm with my family. We are making beautiful magic. We are healing... Wait, before you go, I am not here without your help. I do not forget this. For you... Thank you.
О, что ты мне подарила? А, выбрать награду? Кирка. Ебать, штаны волшебника. А, я все не могу взять. Нахуй мне эта кирка надо? Блять, надо самое дорогое брать. Так, что, лутать я здесь могу? Вот засолил баррикаду. Так, я вроде могу им здесь пройти.
The cat's eyes are clouded and grey. Its eyes...
I feel uneasy here. Boring.
Ебать, лягушка! Блять, это... А, ебать, тут лягушек! Блять, так я сейчас умру нахуй. Не бей! Ладно, иди хули на помощь, ебать. Ебать, притворяюсь, я прям охуенно. Да, больно. Блять, не дожил чуть-чуть. В смысле, блять, опять сдох? Охуенно, блин. Сейчас проверим, что с белочкой там. А, ну Рили обычная белочка на белочке сидит. Ну ладно, пойдем, чё тебе?
feel uneasy here.
Бля.
I'm fading.
Батя воскресил его нахуй. Да блять, вот говно ебаное. Ладно. На сегодня, короче, хватит нахуй. Пизды получать. Да, наверное, но рано с жабками бодаться, согласен. Да не на ФКС-ку зайти и сундук вроде получить там сегодня дали. Но я им дам реванш по-любому этим нахуй жабкам ебаным. Go Death. Жабки победили. Я им точно пизды дам. Не знаю, просто посидим, попиздим.